Okay, so as I was saying, grabbed the spirit box, heard a loud bang, got the shit scared out of me. Crap, fucking, yep. Obviously I'm broken already, guys, and we just started the freaking car ride. So we stop at Subway to get some food and stuff like that because we're gonna be gone for 12 hours. Well, while on the way to Subway, my phone charger stops working. My phone is completely dead, so all I have is this GoPro and 3 batteries. 2.5 batteries, technically. Not even, this battery's at 20%. I got 2 GoPro batteries. Phone is completely dead, won't charge. We stop at Walmart, we grab Subway. All of a sudden, severe weather alert. All the frickin' speakers in the Walmart and the Subway go off. And guess where the storm's gonna be? Passing right over the mansion. So an 8-hour ghost investigation in one of the top 10 most haunted places in the country since the 60s. And we're gonna get a severe thunderstorm. This is a very interesting start to this frickin' journey. So I'm gonna eat my Subway now, and hopefully I'll see you guys when we make it to the mansion. If we make it to the mansion. See you then. Okay, people, we're pulling in. And somebody else is already leaving. People are leaving. It hasn't even started yet. It starts in 15 minutes. People are leaving and we're getting here. What are people seeing? He's pulling us into the woods a little bit, like this parking job. Kind of off to the side here. And he said the reason why is because they need the driveway clear in case an ambulance needs to come down here. That's a good way to start this off. Okay, so we're here at Summerwind. This is my oldest sister, Adriana. She's gonna be joining me for this investigation. She's the one that's all big into the paranormal. I'm terrified. She's not. So, the cemetery, it sounds like they might not be doing that trip tonight. If they do, I'll probably go to the cemetery and you'll stay here because I'm the one, again, that's terrified. So probably be a little bit funny for you guys because I hate cemeteries in general, let alone a cemetery at night that is supposedly haunted. So yeah, we're just waiting on 2 more vehicles to get here, groups, and we'll be starting the investigation. I bought some gear, I got a spirit box, and I got an EMF. Yeah. Let's see what happens.
Summerwind. It was Lilac Hills. It was built in 1914. Lilac Hills because there's all lilac trees over there. Built in 1914 as a fishing lodge for people to come in off the lake after they were done fishing. It was only $5 to spend the night here. I found the newspaper clippings. For some reason, it was only a lodge for a couple of years because in 1916, Robert Lamont bought it and owned it, made it into this like grand mansion. Supposedly, they said it had 32 rooms. I'm not sure if they're counting closets, because really, it wasn't that big when you looked at it. Although, it used to spread out, and there used to be a servant's quarters over here. So maybe they were counting a lot of that, too. I don't know. Robert Lamont had it for a while, and his servants would say that he saw ghosts, and he didn't believe them. So one day, while he's sitting down to eat dinner, he sees the ghost come through the foyer doors. He pulls out his black powder pistol, fires 3 shots at the ghost. Those bullet holes would actually remain in the doors all the way to the date that it burned down. He pretty much fled after that. He was done with all that, the ghost stuff. Now, there were reports throughout the time even that there was a lady in white on the property, and he even said that he'd seen her as well as the servants. So there was multiple owners through the years. I mean, tons of different owners, but the main owner throughout the whole time, all the way from like after the 70s, all the way into even when the current owners bought it, the property was owned by the keepers. And it's like she kept selling the property off, and nobody would like do land contracts and stuff, so nobody ever paid for it fully, or they had problems and left, so it ended back up in her name. So one of the most notorious parts of Summerwind was when the Hinshaws moved in. There's a little girl by the name of April Hinshaw. When they first moved into the mansion, they found like a crawl space but couldn't get inside of it, so they sent their youngest daughter April into that crawl space. She found a corpse inside the wall, came out screaming. It was dangling with black hair still on the corpse and everything. They never reported it to the police, and supposedly later the corpse disappeared. So I'm not sure how credible that story is. I'm not sure how credible a lot of that stuff is throughout that time period. Things that would happen: cars would start on fire, windows would open and close, so they'd have to nail them shut. They'd see shadows, disembodied voices, lights would flicker and stuff. People that would come to measure the rooms to do work on them would measure it one day, and the next day it'd be a totally different dimension. So it was really weird stuff supposedly that was happening. Through the events of that, there was Arnold Hinshaw, which his real name was Jim. We did find out that later. But Arnold Hinshaw and his wife, Ginger. Ginger eventually supposedly tried to commit suicide, and Arnold went crazy and was supposedly put into a mental institution for a while. He had an organ that he used to play till all hours of the night. The ghost told him if he didn't play that organ, that the ghost would be dissatisfied with him. They've had it for a while, from the 70s to probably the later 70s, and I keep thinking I'm hearing rain showers.
Yeah, a lot of kids.
Yep. So they basically said, okay, we're done with this for a while because of all the stuff that's happening. They just couldn't make a go of it. It's getting there. So a guy by the name of Raymond von Bober, his name is Raymond Bober, but von Bober was a pen name. He wrote a book called The Carver Effect. He was going to turn it into a bed and breakfast after his sister-in-law could not make a go of the house, so he wanted to see what he could do with it. Same things were happening to him. However, he had a dream from that an English explorer named Jonathan Carver came to him and said there's a deed buried in the foundation to 1/3 of northern Wisconsin. Now, on reports, and you knew about that too, I found out Jonathan Carver never came this far north for one reason, and then he died way before this even took place. Yeah, so there was no deed buried on Summerwind, but you notice all the holes all around Summerwind? That's from people looking for it, still to this day. It doesn't exist here, it's not here. And also, back up, Summerwind, like I said, was Lilac Hills. It only changed to Summerwind when when Raymond von Bober took a walk up to the end of the driveway, tripped on something in the ground, and found a sign that said Summerwind. He then changed the name to Summerwind. If you do history on this, you got to look it up as Summerwind, you got to look it up as the Lamont Mansion, and you got to look it up as Lilac Hills. There's three different things.
Good luck finding the book.
Oh yeah, the Carver Effect, which Raymond von Bober wrote. You can sometimes find it. It's going online for anywhere from $300 to $3,000. More if you got autographed copies. I got 2 autographed copies. One from the original von Bober and one from his son. So, where should I go from there? So after Raymond von Bober figured out that he couldn't make a go at hit, he decided to, I'm listening, vacate the property too, and I will go a little bit quicker. We'll skip a little bit, but not much. In 1986, there was, so it sat vacant from probably the late 70s all the way to 1986. It appeared in Time Life magazine in 1980, top 9 most haunted places in the United States, and this appeared in the middle of it as a top 9. Had Walter Cronkite on the front cover. You can still get that on like Amazon for $5. So everybody flocked here. So the house was pretty much in ruins or disrepair even at that point. 1986, a couple from Illinois, the wife said to her husband, I want something different for my anniversary this year. Her husband comes back with the deed to Summerwind. The first time that it was actually in somebody else's name rather than the Kiefer family. Now the Kiefer family, this used to be 80 acres. Now it's only like 5 acres. It's up to 5.5 or something. So you want to know what they how much they paid for the property in 1986? $8,000.
Wow.
$8,000.
Wow.
What
I
it
like
paid
that
bought
shit.
for.
Oh my god.
Yep. Now it's 300,000. Anybody's interested, let me know. I'll go half. I felt the raindrops.
It's gonna hit between 8 and 9 o'clock. Like,
So when they bought the property, they couldn't live in it. But some of the stories that they had was they were walking up to the house one night because they were staying down on a trailer on the property, and they noticed in the moonlight the house was breathing like it was alive. It was inhaling, exhaling like the house was expanding. Said they creeped them out. They ran back to their trailer. So unfortunately, in 1988, on Father's Day, lightning struck the mansion twice. But we know the real history on that. The neighbor knew that the town was going to burn it down, so the town burned it down without the owners knowing. And they covered it up. And it's still been covered up. The daughter came to the high school that I was going to in Monaco and says, guess what? My dad burned down Summerwind last night. So if you ever want to find that story, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but go on YouTube and you'll find the Summerwind gets torched listed on there. So
Did they ever try any kind of legal action on that? Or
the what do you call that? Statute of limitations is gone.
Okay.
However, you know, it could put them in a bad light. Believe it or not, to this day, the same fire department guy is still the fire department guy. He's been here since 1986. He's still on it. But he'll say that, no, we didn't do that, of course. So.
that's why they waited
But
for the thunderstorm.
there was a fire department guy that did come in from Land O'Lakes, and he walked up to me while we were doing one of these events. And he says, you know this was a controlled burn, don't you? And he walked away. The people that burned it down that night, they had a brush truck that backed in. Police department was making sure nobody was coming up on the property that night. Everybody and the neighbors, both times, got letters in the mail 2 weeks prior saying if they saw a fire in the house, not to when they were here that night, when they burned it down, the neighbors, Jim Leacher, he was standing under some trees over there while they were burning down the mansion, and 2 of the officials came up to him and said, you didn't see nothing here tonight. Lightning struck it. So, and they had a letter. They had a letter saying they were going to burn down the property. That's owned by one of the guys. When I asked to get that letter from him, he was going to give it to me until the town found out about it and threatened to take away his zoning permit for his garage.
They put a whole bunch of hay inside of it.
Yeah, they
Burned
put hay
down with
inside
hay.
it, right in the middle, and burned it right from the inside so it dropped in.
That's why it's dropped.
so what did the family just took it? They just took that story and said okay, and
Yeah,
took the insurance
I
payout.
I called them a couple times and I said they were lying to him, and they did go after the town to try to get.
Oh, they did.
They wanted to make sure. I mean, there's nothing they could even do if they did it, other than saying a bunch of crappy shit. Now, in that time, when this burned down, 2 other locations burned down. One was Barefoot Charlie's, which supposedly had some unique furnace problem in the middle of the night. And it was also a place that was decrepit like this. So there was rumor that I'm not sure what the third place was, but there was rumor that the town didn't like some of these old decrepit places, so they burned them down on purpose.
Maybe that was that Stevenson's Creek.
That's pretty far out. That's out Trout Lake,
Oh,
but
is it?
yeah. So yeah, so up to that point, we were trying to get people to buy the property. In fact, we had Jeff Belanger working with us to try to rebuild the Summerwind a couple times. He said it's a unique idea. You know how you got everything from all these shows about move this house, build this, build that, and that. It'd be unique to have someone build a haunted house from the ground up and then do a show about it.
Foundation and just run it.
But they didn't want to have anybody to pull the trigger because it's a risk.
So, after hearing the history of Summerwind Mansion, we set out to begin our paranormal investigation. This is a professional paranormal investigating team, so they have a bunch of equipment. Now, keep in mind, this is during the middle of the night, so with my phone being dead, the GoPro and my sister's phone, unfortunately, wasn't able to pick up much that you can actually see. It will be very dark, but I am going to use some of the content, some of the videos, because you will hear things respond to us, for example. Now, another thing I want to mention with this, which I mentioned in text a little bit earlier, is that this was the second to last investigation to possibly ever take place on the Summerwind property. And as far as I know, this is one of the few videos on YouTube showing someone doing an actual investigation. So with that in mind, I am going to share some of the videos we got, even though it is dark and you may not be able to see much. Hope you enjoy.
You got your own. What are you guys?
Thank you.
Yeah, and just to make sure you guys, those K2s, if you bump them, they will go off. So make sure if you are seeing any type of results that you're holding still. So what this tripwire is basically, it's a K2, it's 12 K2s on a string. This one's a little bit tougher to make them go off. You really have to hit it to make it go off. I don't do that because it's very expensive. So, huh? No. Oh, it's a little sprinkles. You can move it in here. Yeah. We've had it where we were like, okay, now walk away from it and it'll shut off. It only goes off if there is something in front of it, or sometimes it will go off if it's like a mirror or something shiny. It will go off, but we try not to aim it at anything like that. I think we got everybody, maybe? We have all the people for Appleton yet. Okay.
4 more coming. Yeah, they used that one yet.
Oh, okay. So the cat balls are probably our least expensive piece of equipment we have. We didn't bring very many of them because we didn't know what the whole environment was going to be like here. They're cat toys, basically. The cats, you know, if you hit them, they'll light up. They can only light up if something moves them or touches them or like hits, like breaks the plane in there or something. I don't know, but we do get a lot of good responses with those. The REM pod we have set up over there is, it's electric. Hi. More of that. So the REM pod. Okay. Is there any birds or anything? No.
So it's something in front of it this way?
Yeah.
Can you step away? Thank you.
That's crazy.
And this is where it all started to begin. Throughout the night, my sister and I seemed to be almost targeted, specifically having things happen to us, like picked out of the group over and over again. Stuff kept happening to us. So now if we re-watch this video, I am not in the way of this device. It is the opposite direction and it picks up on motion. As the device sounds off that something has been detected, our EMF also goes off.
So we don't know what to expect because we've never investigated here, so it's kind of cool that we get to come in and do that too. Apparently somebody else is coming in too. So the REM pod is just, it doesn't want me to talk, but the REM pod is electromagnetic. If anything breaks that antenna, it sets off a little area around it. It'll start lighting up. We'll hear that. I don't know if it's maybe the rain. I don't know. But that one likes to go off apparently. Does anybody have any questions? We got every. Ooh, yours is going. Oh yeah, make sure you guys, if you have cell phones, put them on airplane mode because that's gonna make your K2s go off like crazy.
Oh.
So we also call them cell phone detectors.
You step away? Thank you.
Because you can see yours is going crazy. And there is absolutely no electricity here, so we know it has to be a cell phone or it has to be a spirit.
Kill it again.
Does the music box remind you of the organ?
Now it's done. Can you come in here and hit this jump rope that's on the floor? I think it might be the rain, to be honest. Maybe point it at that wall.
Could be the rain setting up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
When I got down and looked at the window over there.
Cool. That was what animals. Stay out of my tent.
Woodpecker.
It's just a woodpecker. Why would we stay out of my tent? Is there anyone down here with us? Can you light up some of our equipment? Anybody holding a green light? You can come over there and touch their hands. Oh yes, if you have a K2, I offer you up as a sacrifice.
It's all yours, sister.
But it's crazy though, when you do get touched, your brain doesn't like, it doesn't let you think that it's a spirit until after you think about it. You're like, holy crap, that was gotta be spiritual or whatever. If there's anyone down here with us, can you light up something or walk in front of that music box? Ooh, cat ball.
Oh, hi.
If there's anyone down here with us, can you light up something or walk in front of that music box? Ooh, cat ball.
Oh, hi.
You guys can't see it back there, but the cat ball's going off in here. We can't have anything out in the rain that'll really, I don't know, maybe the cat ball would be okay, but I won't touch it. Can you come over here and tell us your name? We have one REM pad set up over there, so I don't know if you want to put it out. Or on that radiator, I guess, yeah. Whatever, I don't know. Can you say one of our names? Where is everyone? Take it. Anything?
Anybody else smelling anything right now? Like a
Fire.
zone
Fire.
smell. You're
It
fire.
just said fire.
Anybody else smelling anything right now? Like a fire zone. Like a fire zone
Fire.
smell. You're
It
fire.
just said fire. That's crazy. Who started the fire? You didn't. You didn't start the fire. You got my joke, alright, cool. Who started the fire here? I wonder if Lucy's here. Lucy?
There we go. Lucy's here.
Sounded like it. It's pretty cool. I wonder if Lucy's here. Lucy?
There we go. Lucy's here.
Sounded like it. It's pretty cool. It was a man. Come over here and talk louder. Oh, thank you. Oh. Well, thank you.
Is this Lucy?
Who lit up the tripwire?
That sounded like a radio.
Ah.
Did you know Lucy? Was Lucy real?
I think it was like, yes, ma'am. I think it was like, like, yes, ma'am. We can't really hear you. Can you come over here and talk really loud? Maybe light up that light down there, right at the end. Where is everybody?
Is anybody from the Lamont family here?
Can you throw a rock at us? I mean, I don't really want that to happen, but. I don't know, it's the same voice. A guy voice.
Show us another sign. Thank
Oh,
you.
there you go. Thank you.
Wow.
So what is it? Do you know what is it? If it's only blue lights flash that time?
Well, the blue is like the lightest setting. The darker the color, like red is the darkest.
Okay.
Anything in between there is just like the strength of it, I guess you would say. You can.
Heads up.
Here is just like the strength of it, I guess you would say. You can.
Heads up. Heads up.
There's like a green. Oh, that one just went off. I didn't do that one.
It heads up and then it made the thing go up. Is this Robert Lamont?
So at this point in the investigation, we had to press pause. The two sisters that I referred to were sitting up top for several minutes. One of them had to sit down because they were receiving a lot of dizzy spells and a very bad migraine is how I think she described it. We asked them if they were okay and they assured us that they were. We asked if they needed an ambulance. They said they did not, but again, we had to pause the investigation and just make sure that they were okay. After another couple minutes, they did end up leaving due to how the one sister was feeling. We don't know much more outside of the dizziness and the headache. They were really, really nice. I know the one sister that was not feeling the greatest said that she doesn't believe in the paranormal, but she was excited because her other sister did, and she was excited to try to give it a chance for herself. So with that being said, if they ever do watch this video, I hope that everything is okay with them and that we were all worried and wish the best for them. Now in this next little piece, I did record a little later as my GoPro battery started dying quicker than I expected. So we had a lot of responses coming through to us, responses giving us names, and then a response saying the word priest. And in this next short video, I just take a moment to also check our EMF as it's going off, or our K2, and I want to know if the GoPro can interfere with it, because she did say phones could. So I experiment with that, but after the fact I do find out and ask her that the GoPro should not affect the K2 at all. So check this out.
Are you a preacher? Were you a slave here?
Kim.
Ooh, is that a name?
Beer.
Kim Beer.
Now, at this point in the investigation, we ended up changing locations because we weren't getting much activity. We ended up going upstairs, and unfortunately, we did not catch it on camera due to the circumstances, but she asks if someone can come near us, can come just by us, if anyone's here, type of deal. And what happens is my EMF goes off, then hers, and then a jump rope type circle. So it was like somebody was walking across the back porch, as it specifically went in that order, and then started to continue going on the left side of the back porch. And that is when I whispered over to Adriana to start recording.
Did they shoot a movie up here?
Oh, that sounds like Craig. Oh, tripwire. All right, step away from the cat ball.
It's over there. Is that the yes?
Oh my god.
Can you light up the tripwire again? Let's just leave it right here.
Teen.
Is your favorite color orange? I feel like whatever was lighting that up like went across here and then lit that up. So this went first and then that.
Yep.
Area.
Are you in the area? Walk through and hit these cat balls.
Or we can play a game of Yes No.
Oh, good. Oh, word on my hand.
Trillion.
Yeah, there's a trillion with us.
Carol.
Carol.
Empty.
Carol. I'm weird. Oh my god. No, I got that before too. Is it thundering again?
I just got a spike and I had 3.1.
Carol, where are you?
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. At 8:35, Craig was headed back.
Oh. Well, he should be here any minute then.
Okay,
He's not here already, I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe he's, the fire's going again. Maybe he's... Oh, you? Okay, thank you. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I tell you what. What is that?
That is a big mosquito.
Mosquito.
Oh,
Shock.
Yeah, she was shocked.
That's over. Turn this off.
Okay guys, so it's dark-ish and I'm back at the cemetery now. I'm already getting the creeps. Rocky's huffing and puffing in here, but I got the AC running. Part of me wants to bring him outside with me, but we are in the middle of the woods, so there's also stuff like bears, stuff like that that I have to worry about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put sneakers on instead of flip-flops in case I need to fucking run, and I got the vehicle parked right next to the cemetery here, so if I need to get in my vehicle I can do so quickly. So I'm gonna get out because Rocky's huffing and puffing right in my ear. I come here with the utmost respect.
I mean you no harm. I'm gonna put my phone on a tripod here and I'm gonna leave the vehicle running so my dog can have some AC. My name is Kobe. I have what's called a YouTube channel. I'm filming a video right now. And Craig sent me here. You might remember Craig. I have an EMF here, a K2. This is to let me know if you're nearby. I see that it's lit up a little bit. Can you make it yellow? Good job. Thank you. Thank you. Can you do it again? Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good job. Now, in my other hand here, Craig gave me what's called communication box. This is going to help you talk to me. I'm going to turn it on and let me start. Yeah. Turn this back on. I'm just testing right now to make sure that my devices don't interfere with it. Okay, I'm going to turn the spirit box. Holding this again. Can you make it turn yellow? I saw you lit it up a little bit. Can you turn it yellow for me? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not going to stay long because it is getting dark. It's getting late. Can you turn it yellow again? I see you're lighting it up. Can you turn it yellow? Good try. I appreciate you helping. Put this right here, is that okay? Is it okay if I put it on top of the pole? I'm going to put it right there. Okay, I see you lit it up yellow. You want me to take it down? Yes? Okay, I'll take it down. I apologize. My apologies. I won't put it up there again. I'm going to ask you some yes and no questions. If it's yes, turn this yellow. If it's no, turn it green. Do you understand? So that was green. So if you turn it yellow, that means yes. Yellow means yes. So can you hear me? Do you want me to leave you alone? Do you want me to take out the voice box again? Do you want me to leave? Yes? You want me to leave? Okay, I'll leave. I apologize for bothering you. Okay, I understand. I see that you're turning this yellow. I will leave. You have a good night. Okay, guys, so I ended up backing up into a tree. Don't know what the damage is because I wanted to get out of there. Honestly, I was just getting creeped out. I mean, I'm in the middle of the woods by myself at a cemetery that's supposed to be haunted, and the spirit box wasn't working, but I mean the EMF that went off. You guys hopefully saw that a couple times directly when I asked for it. My equipment, like my phone, there's nothing interfered with it. It specifically went off when I asked it to, and it went off when I asked if it wanted me to leave. So I'm gonna take that as my cue, and I'm getting out of there. I mean, I don't have a bunch of paranormal equipment, just the K2 EMF, and then the spirit box, and that was 10 minutes. During the actual investigation, he said if we would have went, it would have been half an hour, so I'm happy with that little investigation by myself.
I feel like things are touching me, but should I just hit it?
It's Lucy.
Possible.
Lucy, can you light up some of those
It
lights?
definitely feels like a bug, though.
There's a cool cap on the
Ooh.
thing. It likes to light up.
What was that?
Lightning. Or unless someone took a picture down there.
Nope, that was on
It was lighting.
I got a recording.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Right.
Could be
Why?
Horrible sign. There
That would do it.
That was a horrible sign. Hey, good call on that one.
I don't know. I say we head back before we get poured on.
Are we
I say we
safe?
head back under the porch.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Let's do something because we're about to get soaked.
And we ended our investigation because we ended up leaving a little bit early. Adriana and I ended our investigation with the entire group and the head investigators going back down into the basement where we had received most of our encounters. And we did a very special method called the Estes method. And basically what this is where you're sensory deprived a little bit. So previously you have seen me try to communicate and the other investigators communicate with a spirit box. In this method, one person wears noise canceling headphones and plugs it into the spirit box, and also either closes their eyes or wears a blindfold. That way all they can focus on is
the spirit box, and they are the only ones that can hear it. While this is going on, the rest of the investigators can ask questions to the spirit. That way, if you ask a question and the person listening to the spirit box says what they hear, like if they hear, say you ask, what color shirt am I wearing? And the person listening randomly says green, okay, well, you know they can't hear you. They can't even see you. They're just listening to the spirit box. So, very special because this experiment has never been conducted in the history of Summerwind Mansion. This was the very first time it has ever been done on the property. Now, the first 2 people that did it were 2 females that were some of the head investigators throughout the entire night and part of the group that put this all together. But one of the random non-professional, like the only non-professional investigator to ever do it was actually Adriana. But we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. For now, let's dive in, and here's the first female investigator trying it out for the first time in Summerwind history.
Lord's Prayer.
This
This do that for
seems
you.
to be like a servant thing. Died on the property, was buried here, and never got a funeral.
Let's see if you can finish it.
Lipstick.
What? What'd you say?
Lipstick?
What's your favorite lipstick?
Who are we talking to?
Color.
There's light play on my camera, and I don't know what it's coming from. I don't see what would be triggering that.
Roll.
Oh, if you point it towards the, if you were to move that and point it towards
What did it say?
I'll tell you in a second. If you were to point it towards the tripwire, you're gonna see it flashing on camera. Even though it's not flashing in real, it's
Okay.
it's infrared, the IRs will flash.
Oh, I can
Okay.
see that. Yeah.
And it might even be that.
Flashing up top.
Fuck.
Craig, don't you have the grid?
Socks.
Socks.
It said pose, roll.
I do it every day.
Who wants to talk to Anita back there? What's your name?
Just fine.
And what is that? What does the green mean?
Something
Yes.
to that side?
No.
We can
Yes or no?
play with it.
No, hold that up.
How many ghosts are with us?
Miles per?
Miles.
Miles per?
Draw.
How many numbers?
What's a number between 1 and 10? You know, you like that. I always say that. What's a number between 1 and 10? You usually give me a number.
Or you do Marco Polo.
Yeah, I haven't had that happen lately. Is Lucy down here with us, like she was the one night?
We have a little girl here. You know, I always bring one when I come.
You bring a little girl here?
She's pretty young. Not as young as most of them. Do you have anything else?
Past.
Past.
Is that P-A-S-T or E-D?
Past. P-A-S-T.
Are you living in the past?
Can someone go and talk to Anita over there? Must not be a lot of voices on there.
Should just come.
One of those me, sorry.
Okay.
Can someone give us their name? Who's down here?
Barbara.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What was his wife's name? Lamont.
Robert, I don't even know. Tell you the truth.
That was Emily.
I can't look it up. There's no.
It could be Emily. No, I think she's right. I think it was Emily.
Emily.
I think so.
Who's Barbara?
Ooh.
Hi.
Enemy.
Enemy.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Wow.
Why was she an enemy? Was she mean to you?
Is Barbara here tonight? If so, where is she at?
I heard like piano music.
Oh, the organ. It wasn't really far from the house. When we came to the house, it was in the front parlor.
Who's full? Great enemy.
Great.
Or just great.
Great.
But other word with enemy. Is Barbara down here with us? So how old is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably for the first question.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
Can you light up the tripwire if you're still here with us?
Or any of the lights. KUC.
What year is it?
Is the lady in white down here?
Everyone?
Everyone? Everyone's down here?
Down here.
Mm-hmm.
You should definitely try to talk to us because this could be the very last summer wind.
What's one? This years ago.
Simple.
Simple.
Can you light up a cat ball? That'd be cool. Or see if you can repeat this. Like that.
All I have to do is go in front of it.
Barbara, were you a servant?
How many fingers am I holding up? Remember.
Remember.
What do you remember? Were you getting more through just the portal?
What?
Were you getting more through just the portal itself then? I mean, when you just had it, not the portal, but the ghost box.
We were getting more through Alice than we were the ghost
Oh,
box.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we were
I'm
using
done.
lots of.
I'm done. I'm done.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I just felt someone like go like that to my leg, and I thought I was done, and apparently I was not.
You want me to go in?
You could.
They're just like static, and then they'll play music, and then I like hear a word.
I'd love to do it.
You just felt a pat on your.
Yeah, on my leg, just sitting there. I thought I was done, but nobody was by me.
Oh, no wonder she goes, I'm done?
Yeah,
I'm done? I'm like, what do you mean? Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's what they do. They touch each other when they're done.
Oh, I'm starting getting dizzy too.
Rob.
Rob as in Rob, R-O-B-B. Did you get robbed?
Or is this place getting robbed from you? Like the first.
Have.
Have.
They have been taking the
Must have
bricks?
been.
Must have been. Must have been what?
That's a win.
Can you come down here and get it really cold?
Sorry.
Used to be able to have them come down here and then get like ice cold astral projection.
Oh.
What are you guys doing?
Was that you guys that just moved?
Did you move Nick? No, not to make me feel that.
No. Singing.
Is that where we hear the piano?
Hard singing. Just kidding.
What
Hard.
song?
Oh my gosh, are you okay? Freaked me out.
What'd you do with Slipper?
She just like fell backwards.
She's standing there asleep.
You locked your knees.
Yeah, but yeah, that's fine.
I've done it before.
God,
You
I
guys
thought you
wanna-
were falling on me. I was like,
Harvest. They're gonna harvest us. Just kidding. It's like body snatchers.
oh.
Well, take Craig first because he's been here the longest.
Yeah.
Running from.
Running from. Who are you running from?
I've been Craig.
Marco.
What color are the lights on the floor?
You don't know?
Yeah, that's supposed to go see. Were you doing it?
Can you give me a number between 1 and 10, please? Ann. A-N-N.
That's my middle name. Thank you.
Can you go touch Kaylee? Don't tell her I told her that, but go touch her on the leg.
Did you tell him to do that to me?
No.
Oh. Something did.
Nope, we didn't say anything about that. We said grab Anita's hair and yank.
Oh, I didn't feel that.
No, we didn't.
Like, I went like this. It was like this.
Yeah,
and I
that's
thought
weird.
it was somebody getting me out of Estes.
What are you guys doing tonight?
That's not my phone. Right.
Maybe it will. I'll turn it off.
Walkie-talkies can, I think.
No, I think it's going dead because it's going green, red, green, red, green, red.
Lloyd?
Boys.
Yeah. So, stop, son. It might be going dead if it's green, red, green, red. Battery. Have you tried it?
Off, I guess.
It's done now. Somebody's walking out the door.
Can you tell us your name?
Gouge. Hopefully nobody gets gouged.
I don't.
Huh?
I don't.
I don't know. I don't either. Who's upstairs? Well, we can hear you. Who's us?
Christy and somebody else.
Megan had to go up there because she lost her REM pod in.
Oh. Antenna.
Sorry, let me
Sneeze.
take my allergy.
COVID. Karen. Stop being a Karen.
Wench.
Karen Wench.
Karen's a wench.
That's because you were yelling at them.
Curtin.
What'd she say?
Curtin.
That sounds like Karen. That sounds Suspiciously like Karen.
Close, yeah. Karen.
Whose house is this?
Someone else's.
Yeah.
Grills?
What's that?
What'd you say?
Grilled?
Grilled. There's a Karen and a wench. Debbie. Pretty soon you'll have everybody here. Debbie. There was a Rebecca earlier. Kim.
Carol.
And that's the thing though, it doesn't always mean it's the name. It's something that could sound like that too.
Solo. You want to do a solo?
I heard somebody down there say no.
Same.
Anybody want to sing? Go for it. If Jeremy was here, he'd be singing.
Well, I know.
I'm surprised.
He drives nuts with them. Even when we go to school, he'll be like, I'm going to sing
Think?
to the ghosts.
Think.
And all these really kind of beautiful girls are in the crowd. I'm like, I know why you're going to sing.
It's not like he's married or anything.
No, not at all.
Or as a kid, I don't think.
Well, he does go from girl to girl, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. People.
And
Yep,
peop-
lots
yeah,
of
lots
people.
of people.
Lots of people.
What was his name?
Did you? I really want Paul to come home there. I heard Paul a couple times.
Yeah.
We're gonna go visit him tomorrow.
We'll try to drag him out here for a little bit.
Orange.
We got that earlier. I asked it to set off the K2 to make it orange. And the tripwire went off at the same time.
Or?
I need to get an allergy pill. I need an allergy pill. I did not take them.
Okay.
I got a bunch in my box, too. Non-drowsy.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Difficult. Everything's difficult.
Yeah, difficulty breathing out of my nose.
It did say sneeze earlier.
Yeah, and she sneezed a little while ago, but
I heard it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
God.
didn't take my allergy pill today.
Yep, we just got pulled over on the way back from the mansion. You turned them
both
off.
of them? Okay. Yeah, they
Yep,
were both there.
we got pulled over.
Yes, please. I need this back.
We made it through Waters Meat and ended up getting pulled over. I knew the officer, and we weren't speeding or anything like that. I guess something about the taillights are out, which we were unaware of. So, back on the road now. Didn't get a ticket, anything like that. Just giving us a heads up, and again, I know the officer, so he's real chill about it. Ended up leaving Summerwind early though. No, the video's black now, but we're gonna get back on the road. Should hit Ironwood around 1:30 at this point. Slight delay, but yeah, we left early.